Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Attorney. Last time out I think we discovered that the murder was actually at Studio 2 instead of Studio 1. So, we've got a whole new range of suspects. Oh well, a couple new suspects. Let's see if we can go into the final day and find who the killer is. That one was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya. So, what happened? Well, well, I think we got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive. And proof. Wow, great going, Nick. Under the initial trial system? Yeah, initial, yeah. Tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've got no time to waste. There's that familiar music. Okay, it's a nice chat with Maya. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go for the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened at the director's with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that a producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? Is Meyer always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP. WP. Powers. Right. Okay. So we can present her anything new. We got the book. What do you think about this? It's the fanboy's prized possession. Wow, impressive. It's a little different from the Steel Samurai on TV. These are mostly taken at PR shows where they do at stores and fairs. I'm pretty sure even Will Powers... It's not even Will Powers inside that suit. No true fan would be satisfied with anything less than the real thing. He's still a child, I suppose. I guess it takes an adult to appreciate the real deal, right, Nick? Yeah, whatever you say. This is Cody's... Hey, a digital camera! I'm impressed a kid like him would have something this expensive. Kids these days. I don't imagine spirit mediums in training get a lot of toys. Sorry, I don't know how this will figure this out. I think that's everything. So, we'll listen, take her advice, and we'll go see Mr. Powers. Just have a little, coffee or 1 minute. Okay, and here we go. Mr. Wright, you did everything well today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Did you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick. You must have really wowed him in there. Could you stop looking at me so vulnerable, too? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yeah. There's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez?
Oh, the producer? She's, well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days.
Why's that?
Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh,
And what?
nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow.
Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella?
Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. He's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks, how high, and all that.
I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Aha! Fat jokes. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? Then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in the business. And he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global.
How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global.
5 years ago? I think we showed him that. Did we show him the monkey head?
Excuse me. Thank you for showing me that, but whatever it is. Which could help, which could think of some way to help you. Sorry.
Have you seen this, Mr. Powers?
What's that? I've never seen these Steel Samurais in real life.
These are the Steel Samurais that appear at live shows. A fanboy collected all these pictures himself.
Seeing things like that really makes me think. I mean, so much to these kids, you know?
Yeah, and we've been over that. Okay. So he was not that much use apart from telling me about some incident 5 years ago. Oh, everyone's favorite character. Oh, my voice is just about to get even more scratchier. Oh, she's being quiet for a change. Okay, now I will lower my tone. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think your guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Whew, she's alive. I was, wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So, she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal? He's a soft pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. she treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? Well, Maya, sometimes people have weird things called... Never mind, I'm not... That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. Let's just say people are into weird stuff and ended at that. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh. Ooh, harsh language. She's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Miss Oldbag, what do you think of this? Think? I'm not in the mood for thinking, thank you very much. Okay, I think that's everything we're gonna get out of her. Clearly need more evidence. Let's go to the employee area first. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming. Just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. Got it. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around.
Yeah! No. No touching.
Eek!
Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't mean. I almost had a heart attack.
I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me.
Dramatique, indeed.
Anyway, I mean to examine the plate on that table.
Wait, you're looking for sleeping pills?
Yeah, pal. Traces thereof.
I guess we'll have an examine first. See if there's anything new. Wait, the grade's still lying there. You've seen wisdom at last. They know if they fixed it, I'd just kick it off again.
That poor assistant.
Remains of the employees' lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's T-bone on one of the plates minus the steak. I don't think that this is anything new. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles, yeah, and then... We can talk about how to get fitness. Okay, they talk about how it's not useful to get fit when the whole point of using a cycle is to get fit. So, you're looking for traces of sleeping pills? How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
Now. Everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color all right.
So there were sleeping pills on the plate.
Looks like it. Yoink.
How goes your investigation?
To tell you the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Powers anymore. I feel kinda bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though.
How is Edgeworth doing anyway?
Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it.
Whoa.
Talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle?
Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle.
So that means...
Yup. It sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim.
So I was right. Huh. How about that?
And more evidence. It's looking like Will Powers was drugged. I'm going back to the precinct to do some more detailed tests.
You're being very free with your information today, Detective.
Well, don't go telling anyone this, pal. I was kind of impressed at today's trial, too. Most lawyers would have given up after that director's testimony. I think it would have been anyone but you there. Powers would be done by now.
Oh, he's got a softer side to him. How nice. Detective, about this bottle.
Oh, that? Talk about embarrassing, pal. I can't believe I missed that on my first sweep for evidence. Don't know how I can apologize to Mr. Edgeworth.
Must be tough being a detective with all that responsibility.
Oh.
I think that's everything we need to talk to him about.
I'm guessing I know as much as you as much as you do, pal. I.e., nothing.
Getting the camera as well. Yeah. I think with that, we'll anything new here? I can't see anything new in the actual scene, so we'll move on to the dressing room. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yeah, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But... this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No! I was, wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Hammer. Yeah? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor?
Bingo, we found some more stuff to do.
Yeah, Miss Vasquez, the producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I don't know what dirt means. Oh, Maya. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too.
The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then?
What do you mean the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided.
Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore?
Studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true! If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something!
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Present.
And this is...
A fan collected all of these photos. Kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. Clearly, Phoenix Wright has never heard of the term bureaucracy. I would think you would better understand that better than anyone.
You're right. Okay. But what can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about the accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Hey, we're digging up that dirt. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up.
And that's the dirt she has on Hammer?
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know.
Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. We'll just present these and then we'll be off. So we presented that to her.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure what to make of that. What's that?
An empty bottle of sleeping pills. With Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on them.
Now I'm really confused.
Okay, and I think that's everything I'm gonna get out of her. Obviously it wants us to go and talk to Miss Oldbag, so let's get to it. Is Gumshoe still there, or is... I'm taking so. Yeah, he is.
What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think Global Studio? Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Where did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols? Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols, the assistant we talked to. Right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers? Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun. No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. Oh, no, don't start. I was gonna say. It's not done that for ages. Here's my proof. What? A little empty bottle supposed to prove? What's that supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills. With Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used the pills on Powers? Ah, that's why we need the steak plate from Gumshoe. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are even traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I think we gotta. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag? You're right. 5 years ago there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone. Miss Oldbag. Oh, sorry, Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Nope. Nope. I'm refusing to make a joke. Nope. Wait a second. This is the picture. Oh, this is the picture. Is this the trailer from Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight the bad guy on the top of the stairs there. He pushed the other actor, and when the man fell onto the flower box fence... Oh, and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. Well, I think with that, we've got some good evidence. Poor old Hammer. He was a big star. The biggest. That accident 5 years ago is what did him in. He wanted to hide it. He didn't want anyone to know. Poor silly old Hammer. If he had just come out and confessed, then Vasquez wouldn't have gotten her claws into him. I think we're good from there. I think there's only one place we gotta go, I guess. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him like the director or the producer. Well, Maya, we'll find out soon enough. Here she is. Hey, Nick. It's Miss Vasquez. Hello. 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 Maya. At least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel his Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My fey blood speaks to me. I know it. Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. Well, looks like we have to bring out the evidence. But we'll check everything else first. She's not even looking. Okay, hey, you look. Why are you showing that to me, Nick? Just touching base, making sure there's no extra dialogue. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Oh, sorry. Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Old Bag, Nick. Right. Anyway. Miss Vasquez. You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. I guess we go follow her then. Well, actually, I want to examine the thing first before we do. There's some flowers here. Wow, they're so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Nah, I think that's just the same text from last episode. You came. Well then. What was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you can control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour on its own accord. But... You were the cause. You pressured him. And I think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't for an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it? On purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys? Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez. You're coming down to the precinct with me, now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then. In court. I'll be looking forward to it. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry, I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? No, don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? B. Vasquez.
Approaching the end of this case. Things will be decided in the next half an hour, probably. Going off the times I tend to do these. We should be okay, though. Just let me get more comfortable in my chair.
Court is in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. So both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for the case. He claimed that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in Studio 2 trailer that day. From the testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today.
You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is the producer who was present at the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm a producer at Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer at Studio 2. As everyone knows, as everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. You must pontificate. Do it when I am not here.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. I mean, she's not bad looking, that's all I'm saying. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp and ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so everyone went to Studio 1. Sorry, holding back a yawn. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later, when we all went to Studio 1. That's all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you?
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head toppling over. Okay.
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
It's the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
By yourself?
Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area? No. You always this terse? Yes.
Oh dear.
Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about it. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting their testimony. The same can be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Well, we'll find something. When exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I'd think it was between those times. You would think? Come on. All you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, alright. And what were you doing during that time? Don't touch your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It's a 15-minute break. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. She couldn't have murdered during that break. She wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. I had some evidence proof she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish she said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said. Somewhere. Okay, and I want to try this first. Well, you didn't hear the sound, so I clearly did something right. Huh, just as I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate? This plate was on the table in the employee room. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Oh, we broke her there. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator.
I see. And what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with a steel samurai.
Order! Are you saying?
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran to the steel samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands.
Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous?
What kind of stunt you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Any day. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh, yes, the samurai spear. Yeah? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I have possibly used that spear as a weapon? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yeah. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What?
What is the meaning of this? The spear was found laying in the next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. I believe it's the spear itself, right? Because it's mended with duct tape. How can you, get enough force to shove it into someone when it's just put together with duct tape? I present to you the proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning's action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was a security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who was wearing a thick costume with this through the chest?
Order! Order!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one who's testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? You even aware of what you're saying? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell me what was. And how was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what the murder weapon was used to kill Hammer? Mr. Hammer?
I think I've got a good idea. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then.
I think it's this. Look at this photo.
Well, what is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing atop of the stairs. Order! Order! I cannot have order with this... If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about?
The photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studio. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth? You still can't see it? You see the fallen man in the photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again.
Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Mr. Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. When she pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had done himself 5 years before. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer. He died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at that trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? In an evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming I carried the body to Studio 1, and then returned to the trailer, all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? Break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 50 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. But Jack Hammer had been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume. There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright? How could she have dealt with the body?
She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance... Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body as well. Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright? Please show us how she carried the body.
Well, she gave us the evidence for it. Miss Vasquez. You carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everybody else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manella who drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he was. He needed to be. Yeah, because how would he get the body in the van? Of course, Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body has been placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they have to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered with Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. I win? So, what happens next? Don't me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that. I just said that. Wait, so you mean... E. Vasquez, so it was you. You killed Jack Hammer? Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What?
Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly. Does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? I guess the only thing we can get it to do is just testify again. I'd like you to testify again.
Testify? Again?
Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before, the truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, you would get the same answers. Waste of time. Damn. Damn! Come so far only to fail.
As it seems, there are no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't.
I see. Very well.
Your Honor! This is why I love this game, where you just get these really quirky moments of just people just pulling stuff out of the rear ends and just slam it in the judge's face and somehow putting the pieces together to make a case. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. I just asked that question and the judge went, no. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I am your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about?
Indeed, verily I say. Ergo, I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick, why did Edgeworth? Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But... Wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that? Edgeworth. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying, "He did it!" I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're real close. Real close. She may be acting tough now. If you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. Oh, I think this might be the last testimony as well for this case. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 o'clock for the rehearsal. So I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. It wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes? Did you try and listen when people are saying boy? What people are saying boy? Boy?
The witness will continue her testimony.
Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm. You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and yet one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person?
I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez?
Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers.
Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue.
What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. So we stood in there until Powers finally arrived on the scene.
Sorry, I'm late.
Then silence. Dead silence. Silent. Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to line things up. Old bag. Security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said she saw him going towards the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seemed to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best judgment when it comes to Hammer. Don't think there's anything in there I can use. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you. Or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot of riding on this with all the bigwigs in the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. How could you think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess.
Very well, Miss Vasquez, please continue.
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez, she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. You tell him, Edgeworth. You get in the...
Order. Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Why you're just thinking of a career change to defense.
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
Well, we'll press her, and I think we've got her. I'll give you ample time to work it out yourselves. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director. You have to find something to peg this on her, Nick. Or everything we've done for her till now will be wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Time to get your finger pointing ready. It's just trying to find something that would be most suited. I think it'd be this. Got it. You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in the photo. But that's only because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez? Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella, did you? You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Ah,
And when was he doing this? Well, would it have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered? Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning.
order, order. I will have order.
Witness, can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Oh. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yeah, she would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Can I prove she had a motive? I can reason a motive. Well, I guess I have to say yes. Okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court the evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in the murder. This is my proof.
This is the photo from before?
This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
Well, one moment, Mr. Wright. We're talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez and not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Mr. Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
She had no motive. I think I know what I'm talking about here. She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
What?
What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him for all those years. We gotta. We snapped her. I don't know what you call them. Types of cigarettes. So you did it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel? Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. No. How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No. No, Manuel. Don't touch him. Miss Vasquez. No! Please. Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Okay. That should be this case wrapped up, apart from one thing we probably have to show Mr. Powers at the end of it.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever.
I see. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
It appears you brought yet another... It appears you brought about yet another miracle.
Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Bill Powers was innocent. That he should be found that he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
Yes. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Give me those dumbs. Not guilty. I think I only messed up once last episode, so I'm proud of that.
That is all. Court is adjourned. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but, it's sad. I know that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he would frame me for murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put blame on you because... I think it's going to be this. It's going to be how kids adore him, isn't it? I think that's the only thing that I can think of that makes sense. I'm going to go with it. Hopefully I'm right. Fingers crossed, guys. It's because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once. But he was reduced to acting in a kids' show, as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai. And so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP.
Yeah. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth. Oh, that evil scowl, I know it, Emma. It's so endearing. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Hmm? What? Why do I have a feeling I really want to do the Sonic Hedgehog like, that was too bad, Edgeworth? Something like that. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez wouldn't have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers.
Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better if we had not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. Listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you.
Mr. Wright? Is this guy your friend?
What? Friend? As if. You're rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the curtain closes on another trial. I caused quite a stir in revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. It went back to making kid shows again. Nick, this is it. The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards, and you have to buy trading cards too, okay? You have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. And with that, third case finished. And now we have the fourth case. The fun one. We get to see the prosecuting god that is Von Karma. We'll go straight into it. We'll probably get through the first day. It's been what? 15 years? About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You suffered? And now the perfect opportunity presents itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. Oh, it's Edgy Boy. And it's Christmas as well. Hey, Nick. Do you know if there's any good waterfalls around here? Waterfalls? Dare I ask why? Duh, Nick. Isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under. Preferably a freezing one. Oh, is that part of your spirit medium training? Of course, except I've been slacking off recently. I need to brave the elements and be forged anew under the rushing spring waters. Okay. I don't know about any falls per se, but Gourd Lake is pretty close. Oh, darn. Sorry, but them's the breaks. Couldn't you just take a cold shower or something? Good idea. So much for the rushing spring waters.
Next in the news, a large unidentified animal was sighted at Gourd Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy in the tip of the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness monster. Though its namesake Nessie proved to be a hoax.
Hey, we don't know that for sure. We don't know that Nessie is... All I'm saying is, it could be real. Who knows? Maybe it's there. Maybe it was a log. Maybe it's an actual sea monster. I don't know. I've never been to Loch Ness. I've been to some lochs in Scotland, but not a lot. Quite nice, actually. Just peaceful, calm, like, places.
Locals are confident that Gordy is the real deal.
Boring. Can they show real news for a change? Nick? The water pressure's kind of low in that shower. You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with the hose? Why'd you have a shower in your law office? That's all I'm asking. Good idea, Nick. Apparently, ESP is no aid in detecting sarcasm.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time it's murder.
Gourd Lake again?
The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. The suspect is apprehended, sources inside the police department have revealed. That the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecution attorney, known for his skill and connections. He was guaranteed a long, unrewarding career. Has he thrown it all away?
Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like... Nick? Yipes, Maya. The fireman yelled at me when I called him. We've got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth. What? You mean the prosecutor? Yeah, he's a suspect in a murder. What? When? Where? Whom? Why? How? I don't know. Let's go find out, Nick. Let's go find out. Well, what should we do? What do you mean? Let's investigate. We should talk to Edgeworth and check out the crime scene. You're right. We need more information. Save aimlessness and confusion for later. Well, got any good ideas? Not really. I do my best thinking when I'm standing underneath a waterfall. Let's examine. Usually they change it up each case. Mia's favorite plan. Same as Charlie. Maya's gotten the knack for watering it lately. Charlie's been perking up these days. Looks like it's cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. Here they're planning a second branch outside the city. I can see the bellboy getting the angle of that screwdriver in the drawer just right. Maya brought me brought in this poster of the Steel Samurai the other day. We had a big fight over whether to put it up or not. No, she's just waiting for the chance to sneak it up on the wall. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. I tried reading one, but it made my head hurt. When I closed it, it slipped out of my hand, and then my foot hurt too. Send her the badge. See if there's anything there. You know, I think it's developing a nice luster. I'll look at your badge later, Nick. We've got work to do. Well, I suppose you're right. I guess we'll go to the detention center first. You know, Nick, we've all been in here one time or another, haven't we? I guess it comes with the territory. I'm not sure it's something we should mention to too many people. Ah! Hey, Edgeworth, come back! What are you doing here? Nick, I don't think he's in a very good mood. Well, he's in detention. Were you in a good mood when you were here? So you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney? Then laugh. Laugh. Well, why aren't you laughing? Why did you quote, sorry, just reminded me of, I can't remember what, I think it's a Batman, comic. It's got like a good monologue from the Joker. I mean, oh yeah, it's The Man Who Laughs. It's very good. I recommend people read it if you're into comics or stuff like that. It's a good story about Batman and Joker. Nick, should we be laughing? Nah, it's a trick. Laugh and he'll get mad. Or burst into tears. Edgeworth. We don't have much free time we can spend coming down here to laugh at you. Yes, you do. Actually, he's right. I hoped you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this. Hey, I don't want to see you either, believe me. I'll examine to start off, because usually they give us new text about the police guard. Oh, guard. This guard monitors the visitor room. He hasn't moved an inch since I came in. Real pro. Maybe he's just nervous with Edgeworth in the room. Smile for the camera. That's about the same, but just little stuff like that. Edgeworth, tell me what happened. Why should I? What are you going to do about it? Duh. We're going to help. We're going to help you, that's what. Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous. Sorry? You're a novice. You've only been in there. You've only been in free trials. Hey. Sure, you got lucky and won all free. But your luck's bound to run out someday. You need real skill, Wright. Experience. Nick, he's insulting you. Nick? Why am I always the one who has to get angry? The murder took place at Gourd Lake, correct? Yes, late last night. Lake is a long way from your offices in the court. Why were you down there? I see no need to tell you. Mr. Edgeworth? You didn't really... Gordy. Huh? I went to see Gordy. Gordy? What's that? I'll tell you later. Why won't Edgeworth talk to us? Guess I can present the badge and then we'll have to go because he's not giving me anything. Your attorney's badge? Edgeworth. Let me defend you. Good one, Wright. But I'm not that hard up. Not yet. What do you mean by that? Me? Just a wet behind-the-ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt? Never. What? My case is near hopeless, right? Every defense attorney I've talked to has just turned me down. What? Simply put, they were afraid they'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault that they lack confidence. After all, I did get every one of the clients declared guilty. I don't believe it. Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You in particular, I cannot ask to do this. Talk to him anymore? Okay. Edgeworth. This is really hard for me to ask. But you didn't do it, right? Right? Think what you will. I have only but one request. Huh? Stay out of this case. Why? But Nick is trying to help you. I know that. But I don't want your help, okay? Why not? Look, just go away and leave me alone. Nick, Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he? Maya, let's go investigate somewhere else. But Nick... Well, guess we're gonna have to go to God Lake and find some evidence. Hopefully we can... What's the word? Convince Edgeworth to be... to give him... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? To be his defense. This is Christmas as well, so it's an unfortunate time. This is where it happened? Yeah. God Lake is in the middle of the park. I can see some police walking in there. Questioning people, probably. Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe over there?
Well, pal, there's enough of us here. Anyone found anything?
Sorry, sir. Nothing.
Idiot. The trial's tomorrow. We need clues on the double. But sir, there wasn't any clues. That's why we arrested that attorney, Mr. Edgeworth. Clear, sir. He's the one who... Shut up! Just you try saying that again. I'll make you sorry if you do. I mean, just get out of my face, pal. Yes, sir.
Detective Gumshoe's kind of scary today.
Recruits. Pah. Ah.
Eek.
Hey, you're that Harry guy. Harry Butts.
Right. Phoenix. Right. Will he ever learn my name?
And what do you think you're doing here, pal? Investigating?
Well, yes, I suppose.
Well, I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it.
He seems different than usual. I wonder what's up. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't actually asked us to defend him yet.
Huh? Oh. You don't say.
Well, I guess we could do a bit of examining before we, I feel the wind is chill from the bare leaves today. Why is it about winter that turns people into poets? What is it about winter that turns people into poets? I don't know, but my toes are starting to feel numb. Yeah, my poetry has less effect on some people. Has that effect on some people? The sign says Gourd Lake Nature Park. This place is full of families picnicking on the weekend. But no waterfall. Not many picnickers come here for spiritual training, Maya. I think that is close to everything. Yeah, not much here. Let's talk to the guy. Detective Gumshoe. Do you know what happened here?
Huh? You don't know, pal?
No.
Wow. Okay, Mr. Head in the fluffy pink clouds lawyer.
And the... Huh?
Never mind, I'll tell you. Happened last night, about 15 minutes after midnight. There was a boat out on Gourd Lake. In that boat were two men. One of them shot the other one with a pistol. And
the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth?
a cop who arrived on the scene arrested him.
How did he get there so fast?
Well, there was a witness. Then the report came in, we raced to the lake.
A witness? You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer?
Absolutely not. It's impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it.
Right. Who cares what the witness says? I care. You really believe in him, don't you, Detective?
Of course I do. But the police are pretty sure he's the killer. Nobody's even really taken in this investigation that seriously.
Oh no.
After all the help that Mr. Edgeworth has been to us, hard to imagine that no one's standing up to take his side.
Well, at least you are, Detective. At least you are. Is it true? No one will take Edgeworth's case?
Yeah. He's a bit of a celebrity. If you defended him and lost, your reputation would be sure to suffer. Once more, the case against him is, well, it's pretty solid.
I suppose it would have to be if they have a witness.
Hey, pal. Don't tell me you're going to turn your back on him, too. Remember the Steel Samurai? Mr. Edgeworth helped you get your client declared innocent.
I know. I went to Edgeworth. I tried. He really doesn't want us to represent him. Especially not us, he said.
What? Well, that doesn't make any sense, pal. You should have heard him talking about you after the Steel Samurai case. He kept saying, right, over and over.
Nick? I'm not sure that's a good sign. Neither am I.
Why wouldn't he want your help? I don't get it.
Who was the witness?
Sorry, pal, that's confidential. Anyway, the witness saw everything, apparently. I'm sure they'll turn up at the trial tomorrow.
Was there only that one witness?
Yep. Pretty cold on the lake last night. And it was Christmas Eve after all. Still, we're being thorough. You never know what you're gonna turn up you never know when you're gonna turn up another witness. That's why we're here today, checking things out. So far, we're coming up empty.
Oh, it's Christmas today. I'd forgotten. What are you getting me for Christmas, Nick?
Talk to Santa. Detective Gumshoe, sir. What? Find something?
No, sir, not yet. But there was a call from the precinct. They want to hold an investigation briefing.
A briefing? Right, I'm off. Oh, sorry, pal. I guess you heard. I gotta go. Any last things you wanted to ask me before you go?
I guess what's more important? I guess how to get in touch with you. You're not coming back, Detective?
Probably not, pal.
So what should we do if we have something to talk to you about?
Ah, right. Here, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Come down and see me anytime.
Oh, hey, Detective Gumshoe.
What?
We'd like you to take a look around. We'd like to take a look around the park. Can we walk around?
Yeah, no problem, pal. You got my permission.
You know, Nick, I think there's something to be said for talking to people when they're busy.
Yeah, I don't have time to think about not giving you information.
Right. Now let's get investigating.
Ooh, I guess we'll go to God Lake first, since Gumshoe's gonna be swamped with work. Just gotta sneeze. Okay, start that.
Wowzers, this is Gord Lake.
Yep.
I'm not sure it warrants
Wowzers, though.
probably not. But hey, look at that snack stand.
Samurai dogs.
I want a samurai dog, please. I bet they're great.
With a name like Samurai Dog, how could they not be?
They're a little behind the times, though. Kids are all into the pink princess now. I mean, like, you know?
Nope. Well, let's see if there's anything here. Someone left one of those poppers here.
Oh, someone left one of those pops here, you know? They pull the string.
And it goes pop. Yeah, I know the ones. You see them a lot around New Year's.
Hey, Nick, it might be a clue. Let's take it.
Come on, admit it. You just want to pop it, right?
Was it that obvious?
Popper. Swipe. I suppose it couldn't hurt. Where'd it go?
Oh, you put it in my pocket.
The trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. Huh? I almost didn't see that signpost. Left, boat docks, right, exit.
Wow, Gord Lake is really big.
Yeah.
Say, Nick, why is it called Gord Lake?
Oh. Well, a long time ago, they used to grow gourds here.
Whoa, no way! I was sure it's because the lake looked like a gourd when viewed from above. You know, like an hourglass shape?
Well, it is shaped like a gourd, actually, but that's just a coincidence.
Oh, okay.
Line up of plastic benches. I guess the idea is you buy a dog and eat it here. I doubt anyone would sit and eat on a day like this, though. Maybe except Maya, if she had a samurai dog. Hot dog stand, it's closed. Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. Banner reads samurai dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate. I think that's everything here for now. We've got the boat rental shop. We've got the lake woods. Guess we'll go to the woods and then we'll go to the shop.
I like it here, Nick. Look, someone's camping.
We've got Guts camping at the scene of the murder.
Hey, Nick. If they were camping here last night, they might know something about the murder.
That's true. Good call, Maya. Let's go talk to them. This SUV has seen better days. It's dented all over. Can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. Trees grow quite thick here. Further back, the trees fade into the shadow where the sunlight can't reach them. The sign says no camping. Funny place to pitch your tent.
Wait, what if the sign says no setting tents on fire?
I don't think they have signs like that.
Oh. Hey, Nick.
What? Don't tell me you're hungry again.
No. I was just wondering, why are camping pots and pans made out of aluminium? they didn't talk about that in any of the law books. So there's no law saying that they have to be made out of aluminium then. I'm not having this conversation. Just a little quirky, like the text you get from this. There's food and some magazines on the sheet. Takes a pretty tough skin to camp out in this cold. Okay, and then we'll... Can't remember what the button is for it, but we'll just switch over. There's nothing of God Lake. I'm taking this, that's just the trees. May as well just examine the big obvious thing in the middle. This camera has a mic and some sort of attachment. It must take pictures when triggered by a noise. Wow, cool. Let's try it out. Hi, I'm Nick. Maybe I'm not saying it loud enough. Hey, I'm Nick. Huh. Nick! Will you stop that? Maybe it's broken. Don't kick it. Maybe it isn't set to respond to voices. Well, what then? I know. Well, what then? I know. Party popper? Yep, it responded. Yaw. Hey you, get your hands off of that. Eek. When the Sam Hill? Look what you done now. That goes a whole roll of film. Huh? Sorry's nice, but it don't pay my bills. Y'all know how much a roll of film costs? I'll pay you back. What do you think of setting off a party popper in a place like this? Well... What? Don't try to play stupid with me just because you think I'm some country bumpkin. Yeah, I know how y'all... Yeah, I know how y'all Yanks think. I say those Southern folks talk with that exaggerated drawl, but they must be dumb. But let me tell you, just because I might be dumb, don't mean we all are. Nick, help. And who are you now, her chaperone? Yeah, no, rather, we're sort of friends? Just figure out what you're gonna say and say it for bejesus's sake. God, I'd rather sit through one of Papa's draws than listen to you stutter all day. Hey. Bit mean, I know I stutter. That's because I read too quickly for my own good. Oh boy. Guess we should pay her a visit for we should pay her for the film. Watch it. Yes, ma'am. Second thought, I'll pay later. I'm really sorry. What? Can y'all see I'm changing my film on my camera here? Someone I'm not naming names, but someone used up a whole roll. Sorry. That didn't work. I wonder if I have anything to show her that would get her attention. What? Okay. Chloe was getting noble with her. Maybe I can show my fancy attorney badge. This is my badge. Huh? Ain't badges supposed to be all shiny and impressive? You a cop or something? I'm a lawyer. What? Y'all ain't gonna try and pull one of those lawsuits on me for that film now. 'Cause I'll have you know I'm a fighter and I wrestle meaner looking things than you. No, not like that at all. We're here investigating a murder that took place on here on the lake. A murder? Sounds cool. Why didn't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything you like. And finally, some cooperation. You too. You can come out of hiding now. I won't bite. Hard. Come to think about it, where did Maya get to? Sorry. I was being overwhelmed. The culture gap and all. Never you mind, honey. I can talk Yank for you if you like, if it pleases you. Thanks. I think I'll be okay. Great then. I'm Lotta. Lotta Hart. You can just call me Lotta. I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Mighty pleased to meet you. I can tell I'm going to enjoy this voice for all the time I'm going to be using it. Oh yeah, when was that murder anyway? I ain't seen much television lately. It happened late in the night of Christmas Eve. That's so, Christmas Eve? A man on a boat was shot. Did you see anything? Well, let me see. A boat, you say? I reckon I might have seen one, not sure though. Y'all gotta remember I've been watching this here lake now for a good 3 days. I seen enough boats to choke a mule. Kinda hard to remember which I seen when. So, what is it you do, Lotta? Huh? Me? Huh. Y'all don't really want to know that, do you? Actually, I'm a research student at Country U, right in the heart of the heartland. Wow, neat. Nick, she's a research student at university, Country U. So I hear. So, when do you come up here? Well, let me see. I guess it was about 3 days ago. What were you photographing? Why photographing? Oh, Jesus, Alex. Read words correctly. What are you photographing? I'm never gonna live that down now. That's just gonna get on my nerves. Didn't I already tell you that already? Meteors, yep, meteor showers. Falling stars? That's quite the camera you got there. Oh, even I'm doing it for my... This is quite a camera you got there. Y'all better know it. It's German-made. A genuine Solingen. Isn't that where they make knives? So, what's that device you have stuck to your camera? Huh? Device? It started moving all by itself when I fired my party popper. Oh, that? That triggers the shutter whenever it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud noises right now. A programmable camera? Neat. Evidence. Lotta? Yeah? So your camera triggers on loud explosion noises? Hey up. Actually, the victim in this case we're researching, he was shot with a pistol. A pistol? Right. Now, wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to our party popper? I guess it would. Your camera didn't get a picture of the murder, did it? Hey. Y'all are pretty bright. Huh? I see what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll have a look-see at my film. It would have to be a photo taken last night. Oh, it would have to be a photo taken last night. I checked them once. Don't remember if there's anything on them, though. But what if I've got something I could be a witness to? Genuine murder. Yeehaw! I'll go check that film. Y'all come back now, you hear? She went inside her SUV. I guess we should come back later. I guess we should, Maya. I guess we should. We'll check out the boats. Nick, what is this place? Boat rental shop. Closed for Christmas, it seems. I guess a murder taking place on one of those boats wouldn't be good for business either. Boats? I've never ridden on a boat. Really? Well, how about we go on one when the trial is finished? Hey, good idea. You bet. There are some boats floating on the dock. Nearly got it. Nearly said it. Whew. One of those boats was used in the murder, I wonder. Nick? Huh? I changed my mind. I don't really want to go off for a boat ride. Yep, again, I was just checking if the ocean had anything else to say. Speak to me, ocean. Oh, good old memes from back in the day of old YouTube. A small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because it's Christmas. There's more forest off that way. I doubt I'd find any helpful clues in there. Well, I guess it's all we're gonna get out of it then, since there's nothing here. Maybe we can go back to Lotta? Maybe I just need to bounce out and then go back in? Nope. We'll go to the, precinct. I guess Detective Gumshoe is still in that meeting.
Hey! Thanks for coming down, pal.
Detective Gumshoe!
We just finished the meeting, for better or for worse.
I get the feeling we're in for some bad news. I'll have a good old look around first. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny. They're a lot tidier than I'd expect. Guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. All right, hands up against the wall, all of you. Don't even think about escaping. I got eyes in the back of my head. He must be doing some image training for arrests. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Gord Lake? Gord decided? I don't believe it. Shouldn't he be reading something more important? Poster of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. Hey. As long as it's not too revealing, it can go up. Hey, is that the police department's mascot? Yeah, that's the Blue Badger. I don't know, it's because Lotto was speaking, so now I'm just thinking about it. I'm gonna change his voice. He's got what, glasses, balding? It was my idea. I made it. It's the mascot. See, how nice. I'll get him assigned mascot of the Criminal Affairs Department, if it's the last thing I do. Good luck. I think we're... Yep, that's everything we've examined. So, let's hear the bad news. Do you know anything about the victim yet? No. Still can't ID him. Was Edgeworth said anything? Not a word. So, how did the meeting go? I can't tell you, pal. You're a lawyer. True. You know, I don't know what to believe anymore. Sure, Mr. Wedgeworth's human like you and me. Still, I get the feeling that if he'd done something wrong, he wouldn't go hiding it. That's just the kind of guy he is. Why can't anyone else see that? So they think Mr. Edgeworth did it? Well, the trial's starting tomorrow, as scheduled. I see. Hey. In the end, you did tell us about the meeting. Don't go telling anyone else, pal. Yes, sir. And, do me a favor. Stand by Mr. Edgeworth. He needs help, and you're the only ones to help him. I'm sure he's got some reason why won't he won't talk to us. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe? How come you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much?
Well, I think that was obvious. We got a strong working relationship, us two. We trust each other, and that's how it works.
A working relationship?
See, Mr. Edgeworth always gets his defendants declared guilty, every time. Yeah, his methods might be a little extreme at times, but there's a reason. He trusts our investigation, see? He trusts us to get the right man. That's why I work extra hard, pal. We gotta earn that trust and that he places in us.
I see.
Mr. Edgeworth is a man you can trust. And you have my word on that.
I was wondering, did you ever get the autopsy report?
Oh, that? Yeah, I made it a copy for you.
Nice. Thank you. Nick? Huh? Can you show me that photo of the victim? That face. Someone you know? I don't know. I just have this feeling I met him somewhere a long time ago. May as well present him with some sort of stuff.
Sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now. Well, I hope it helps you, pal.
Thanks, Detective. Oh. Guess we could go back to the Detention Center, but I don't think Edgeworth's going to be there. No, he's not. So, back to God Lake. We'll go see Lotta, see if she's got a film. What's the word I'm looking for? Her film. I genuinely can't think of the word. What is it? Oh, I can't think of it. You know the word. Her film done, basically. She has it and she can see it. Hey, y'all. Lotta. Wait up a sec. We got bingo. Bingo? My automatic camera took 2 pictures last night. Hey. This is them. Take a look. Wait. See? He's shooting him with a pistol, with that pistol. It looks like that, yeah. Can you really tell who that is shooting? Well, yeah, there wasn't enough fog out last night. There was enough fog out last night to strangle a bullfrog. But you know, seeing these photos reminded me of something. What? I saw the murder happen. I'm a witness. What? Are you serious? Of course. How do you forget? Never mind. Y'all reckon I should tell the cops? I reckon so. I reckon so. What's that? Don't y'all go trying to mock my accent. I'm a sensitive lady. Hey, so I'm off to talk to the cops. Y'all can have this photo. Later. Wait, Lotta. What? Can't y'all see I'm kind of busy? Tell us what you saw too, please. Nice try, honey, but I weren't born yesterday. I'm a witness, and that means I'm on the side of justice, and that means the cops. I'd sooner eat the south side of a northbound skunk than tell you. Lotta. Don't let it get your skivvies in a bunch. Friends today, enemies tomorrow. Or is that the other way around? No matter, I'm done. Hey, maybe they'll let me do some testifying. Hot darn. She left. Well, that's one more witness. What do we do, Nick? Well, if she saw something, there's not much we can do about it. Question is, what exactly did she see? Guess we'll find out in the trial tomorrow. Well, things aren't looking good. Looks like the police have given up their questioning. Hey! It's Santa! Ah! Nick, I think Santa's mad at you.
I'll do the Santa voice. Oh. Long time no see, Nick.
Nick, you know Santa? Wow, Nick and Saint Nick. Yeah, I see the connection. Don't be ridiculous.
Dude, it's me.
Larry! Oh, I'm sorry, it's Phoenix. Larry. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm working my day job. I sell samurai dogs. Want one? Gotta get money for dates, you know? My girl Kiance... Is it Kiance? I think it is. My girl Kiance deserves the best. Kiance? Not another model, I hope. Oh, Kiance's a fine, fine woman, Nick. It was her idea where I wear this costume. She was all like, you go, girlfriend, you know? She brought this costume for me. Or she bought this costume for me. That's, great, Larry. Wow, a Santa costume. She must be really nice. Whoa, cute. Nick, who's she? She's not your... Not my what? No, she's not. I'm his partner. Hang on, 1 minute, just checking. Yeah, okay, and, what's it in America? Just checking the age of consent laws over there. I'm his partner, Meyer Faye. I'm the little sister. Sister? I'm sorry, sister? Wow, Nick, must be tough. Working 9 to 5, having to take care of a little sister. Also, why am I, every voice is becoming loud. I enjoy doing the country voice too much. I'm just gonna give him the Sonic voice to make sure. Hey, ho! Working 9 to 5, having to take care of a little sister? No, I say I rolled back into it. No, I'm not Nick's little sister. I'm my older sister's little sister. Huh, sounds great. Don't worry, Maya, he's not listening. Hey, Larry. There was a murder here last night. You work here. Have you heard anything? Nick, you're wasting your time. Last night was Christmas Eve. He was with Kiance, obviously. He wouldn't have been standing out here in the cold. Oof. I think what you just said caught him off guard, Maya. No, it's just, Kiance's not in town right now. She's in Hawaii on a photo shoot. A model. I knew it. Well, anyway, there was a murder here. Oh, sorry. Well, anyway, there's a murder on the lake. The trial's tomorrow. Huh? Neat. The defendant is Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. Nick? Why would Larry know Edgeworth? Whoa, Nick! You don't mean bad Miles Edgeworth. Old Edgy? Yeah, he's a murder suspect. Whoa, murder? Huh? You know Edgeworth, Larry? Yeah, of course. Edgy was in the same class as us in grade school. What? Tell me about the dogs. Oh, you mean samurai dogs? Why are they samurai dogs? I mean, they kind of look like gourd-shaped. Oh yeah, well, originally they were gourd dogs, you know, like guard dogs? Ouch. Samurai thing was Kiance's idea. Oh, she's my woman, you know. She was all like, change the name and you go, girlfriend. She made me that banner. Man, the kids can't get enough of those samurai dogs. Something about that just seems wrong. Oh, and guess what? We're getting a ton of customers here at the lake with the big news. The big news? Yeah, Gordy. I'm gonna have to change his voice. It doesn't fit him. Gordy? It's a bit too much like Maya. So Edgeworth was your classmate, Larry? Yeah. Nick, him and I used to hang out all the time. Nah, I'm trying to think of a voice. Wow, I never knew. Don't get me wrong, he's always been kind of a stick in the mud. Just trying to try out different voices for him, see what fits. I'm thinking of the no way, man. Don't get me wrong, he's always been kind of a stick in the mud. Studying all the time, trying to be like father. Like his father? Yeah, Edgy's pop was a famous defense lawyer back in the day. Wow. Wait, you said defense lawyer? Yeah. Wait a second. Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecuting attorney. What? Edgy's got a proboscis on his knee? No, he's a prosecuting attorney. That's like a total opposite of a defense lawyer. Go figure. He always used to say about defending the weak who were unable to defend themselves. Man, he used to go on and on about his dad's duty to society and all that. What a bore. I wonder what changed his mind, though. Do you know Nick? Nick? What's Gordy? Huh? You mean you don't know? It's here, in this very lake. Giant mysterious monster, Gordy. A monster? Yeah. Check it out. This is an article from yesterday's newspaper. There's a photo. Oh, wow. It's really real. Nick, a monster. Look, a real monster. Yeah, it's probably just a log or something. Right? Hey, there's a quote here from the person who took the photo. What's this? I set the camera to automatic, and when we got into frame, I heard a loud bang like an explosion, followed by the sound of something slipping into the water. I wish I could have seen it. Why would there be a sound like an explosion? Larry, could I borrow this article from you? Sure, no problem. That'll be $1 million. What, 1 million? Grow up, Larry. Huh? Oh, that's your attorney's badge, isn't it? Dude, you really helped me out back at that trial. Sorry, I can't really pay you. Because you blow it all on Kianse. But, you can have all the dogs you want. Really? Larry, if you let her eat all your dogs, you won't have any left for the other customers. Hey, no problem. That's what makes her happy, you know? How many times do I have to remind you that it was me who got you off the hook? What's that? It's a camera. You take pictures with it. Huh? Larry, you mean you don't know what a camera is? Of course I know what a camera is. You're looking at a bona fide junior high graduate. I was talking about the weird contraption on the camera. Oh, that. Well, it's hard to explain. Just forget about it. Don't go showing it me then, jeez. Hey, Larry, do you know this guy? Who's this? I don't know. That's why I asked you. Who's this, Maya? Well... Oh, wait. Maya said she had seen him before, didn't she? What's this? You know, my eyes get pretty bad lately. Are getting pretty bad lately, Nick. Actually, the photo was blurry, Larry. Blurry, Larry. It was taken last night. Last night? Sorry, Nick. But I don't know much about that. I'm just a simple vendor of samurai dogs, you dig? Right, so we got nowhere with him. Hopefully we can get somewhere where... We'll check here first. Nope, nothing there. And then we'll go back to the beach. And then we'll go back to Gumshoe, and then we'll go back to Edgeworth. I think that'd be a sound idea. Actually, no, we'll go to the Detention Center first. He's not here, so we'll go to Criminal Affairs. Not a Gumshoe in sight. Looking for Detective Gumshoe. He's in the questioning room. Apparently, an important witness turned up. He'll be in there a while. A lot of heart. It has to be. Uh-oh. Well, Gumshoe's not here. We'll go to the detention center, I guess. Nope. Maybe we go back to Wright and Kohler offices? Bingo. What is it? Oh. Nothing. Just something's been bothering me. Could you show me that autopsy report once more? Hey! I remember now. This guy's a lawyer that was at the office Mia worked at. I met him once when I was there to hang out with Sis. That office? Wait. You mean Mr. Grossberg's office? Right, that guy. That was the last name I expected to come up. Maybe I should go talk to him, for old time's sake. Present evidence, Nick. Nick, if we don't hurry, Mr. Edgeworth will get the death sentence. Whoa, okay, and let's go check things out. Nick, this person was a lawyer at Grossberg's office. Let's go talk to him. Mr. Grossberg, I mean, not the dead guy. Just going through them. Let's go to Mr. Grossberg's office then. Ah, that old familiar clearing of the throat.
Aha, you're Mia's something, are you not?
That was her understudy, yes. Phoenix Wright.
Aha, and you're Mia's something too, are you not?
Her little sister, yes.
You've grown. You've come to look a lot like your sister, you know. Takes me back. Ah, the days of my youth. With the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grossberg, sir?
Ah, yes, I beg your pardon, of course. You came in here to discuss something. What is it then? Something the matter?
Expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but probably the most expensive one available. I think our Charlie's cuter. Right, he's a real cute plant. Just have a look around. Table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and I'm not mistaken. I think that lighter's made out of solid gold. See if I can tell someone's got money to burn. I think we should put things on our client table too. I'm not really into smoking. We could put out candy or gum. Classy. Why is the wall a different color? Big painting was hanging there until recently. Huh? What happened to it? Well, he gave it to someone. Bet he gave it to someone some romantic interest. Love blooms eternal, Nick. Yeah. Solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Hey, Nick. I want a desk like that in our office, too. I don't know. I don't think I'm ready to sit at a desk like that yet. Huh? I meant for me. You better start saving your allowance then. Expensive looking, yeah, mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Well then let's take them back to our office. We won't miss them. You won't miss them. We don't need them. Can we take the wooden bear? It's kind of cute. And that's everything. Okay. There was a murder last night.
A murder?
You haven't heard?
Just got up, you see.
Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol.
Edgeworth? What? Ooh.
Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown.
This is terrible news indeed.
Guess you hadn't heard anything. Mr. Grossberg, whatever happened to that painting?
Oh, yes. I do not think it shall ever be coming back to this office. I can't exactly claim it as stolen. I suppose it's my just desserts. Old bitter desserts.
Okay, now we'll just show him stuff until he gives me something. I think I know it's gonna be the autopsy report.
You've really grown up in the past few years, my dear. How proud Mira would be if she could see you now.
She said she was more worried about me than anything. Aw, just go on and take the compliment, will you?
So this is the camera on the lake that takes a photo whenever it hears an explosion sound.
That's what she said.
And it just happened to be set up on the beach pointing on the lake.
Yes, she said it was to photograph shooting stars.
Shooting stars, explosions, what's the connection? I'd be suspicious of that witness of yours.
Here we go.
Strange. I feel as though I've seen this man somewhere before. Ah!
Did you remember?
He was a lawyer, here in my office. That's Hammond, Robert Hammond.
Mr. Hammond?
And you say this is the man Miles Edgeworth shot? So, this is the moment of the crime took place, eh?
Yeah.
Can't really say for sure that that's Edgeworth. I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Not sure at all. My apologies. I'm not sure whether I can help you with that.
Spill the beans, buddy. Spill the beans. Who is this Hammond guy, anyway?
Mr. Hammond. He was the defense attorney in that case.
That case?
Yes, the DL6 incident.
DL6? Why does that sound so familiar?
Perhaps you remember.
I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for Mia's murder.
That was the incident where the police were so at a loss they used a spirit medium.
Wait, you don't mean that medium was my mother?
Yes, my dear. Spirit medium was Misty Frey, your mother. Contacted the spirit of the victim. But the case was a loss. No conviction was made. The DL6 incident, yes. Happened 15 years ago. A very strange case indeed. They never caught the criminal, right?
Oh, sorry, they never caught the criminal, right?
Correct. Misty Frey used her powers to talk to the spirit medium of the late victim. Her testimony led to charges being laid against one man. But Mr. Hammond won the case and the suspect was declared innocent.
And the suspect blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. And the police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. You were the one who helped her out then, right, Mr. Grossberg?
Yes, quite.
Thank you.
No, please, don't mention it.
Because we found out in the last episode he sold it down the river. I think the episode before that, I think. DL6. Never thought I'd hear that name again. But wait, what does this case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth?
It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim in the DL6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth.
What? His father?
If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you.
Wait, this is a photograph of my mother. Well, guess we can show him that.
Misty Fay, mother of Mia and Maya Fay. Show this photograph to Miles Edgeworth. He'll have something to say to you then.
Well, guess we gotta go to the detention center. What's this? I was hoping you'd gotten my message the first time. Edgeworth, what about your defense? It's no concern of yours. Guess he hasn't found anyone yet. Can I ask you about the murder? Right. I'll ask you again. Just leave me alone. Please try to understand. I'm not doing this to prove I'm tough or because I look down on you. I just don't want you anywhere near this case. Understand? Why'd you go to Gourd Lake? I have no intention of telling you. Nor apparently would you tell Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe was really worried about you. Guess we better show the evidence. Your attorney's badge? I can't say I really want to see one of those right now. What's that? I'm not in the mood for idle banter, right? I'm sorry, I can't think of anything I want to say about this. Who would have thought there'd be a photo? Edgeworth, did you shoot him? What do you think, Wright? I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone. No. So you didn't shoot him? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. What's that? Oh, sorry, what's that? I'm not in the mood for Alabama right, okay? Edgeworth? It's only been a matter of hours since you last visited. Yet you've made incredible progress in your investigation. I'll admit it, I'm impressed, Wright. You were always single-minded in your work, though. Once you started on something, you always see it through, don't you? About the DL6 incident. Right, DL6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That is why I refused your offer to defend me. I'm sorry if it sounded like I thought you weren't up to the job. I wanted to keep you away from DL6. So, you don't still think it would have been better for me to stay away? I don't know. But, I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask whatever you like. I will answer to the best of my abilities. Finally! The DL6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes. He was shot and killed and I saw it all. My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it's a self-defense mechanism. In any case, a suspect was arrested, a man. It's pretty clear that he was the only one who could have killed my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my late father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared the suspect's name. And Hammond is the victim in the Gourd Lake murder? Correct. That spirit medium was my mom. What? You mean your... It's strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end, and now... this. About to end? The DL6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago on December 28th. December 28th? Statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days. What? Nick, what does that mean? When a case's statute of limitations runs out, legally, the case never happened. 3 days from now, DL6 will be closed. Forever. What happened to the suspect? The one who got off innocent? I don't know. He disappeared from the public view. Nobody knows where to. If he's still alive, he'd be about 50 years old now. I guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. But it'd be hard to live a normal life, being a murder suspect in such a big case. So your father was a lawyer? He was. Gregory Edgeworth. He was quite famous at the time, apparently. So, you were sort of trying to follow in his footsteps? I'd rather not talk about it. Right. It pains me to ask you this now. I know, you want us to defend you. Yes. Will you? Only one answer. Who could have guessed this day would come? Not me. This is my chance to finally pay you back. Pay him back? Pay me back? For what? I don't remember ever doing anything for you. Never mind. I guess you don't really need to know. Huh. My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe. Well, I guess we should... What's that? Earthquake, Nick! It's a big one. Wow, it's calming down. Ooh, that was scary. Huh? Where's Edgeworth? There. He's on the floor in a ball, shivering. Guess he doesn't do well with earthquakes. I'd heard of running, but curling up in a ball? Well, I guess we're done. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's going to stand up anytime soon. Let's go, Nick. Right. We have to get the Edgeworth's letter of request to Detective Gumshoe.
What's going on in here?
Eek! What's wrong, Detective?
This wild lady comes in just a while ago. Says she came to talk to y'all after hearing what Mr. Wright had to say. What's this all about, pal?
Lot of heart.
Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want Mr. Edgeworth to get the death sentence, pal?
No, not at all. Just, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence.
You trying to say something about the way I do my job?
No, sir. So, what did Miss Hart have to say?
She says she saw Mr. Edgeworth fire the pistol.
What?
She even had a photograph to prove it.
Right, I saw that too. But you can't really tell from the photo who was shooting.
That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but you should be able to see who's who.
She can do that? Oh, sorry. She can do that? Okay, so it's going to be an enlarged photograph that shows Edgeworth in the act. Great. Just great.
In any case, she's not going to be the one. She's going to be the one testifying tomorrow.
Huh? What happened to the other witness?
Well, apparently there was a cancellation.
A cancellation?
I'm afraid tomorrow is going to be life or death for poor old Edgeworth. We got a witness who says he saw the very moment of the murder. And we got a photo taken when the shot rang out.
I'd say that sounds like a pretty unwinnable case. But wait, what did Mia used to say? If he's innocent, there's gotta be something I've overlooked.
Sounds like Mr. Edgeworth was going to ask the state to assign a public defender. I was just asked to file the paperwork. You still got time, pal. Go to him again. Talk to him, please. You have to convince him. You have to make him defend. You have to defend him. Please. I know you're the only one who can do it, pal. You're the only one who can save Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I think when was the last time we were here? Was it this?
Hey, pal, there's only one thing I want to see from you, and that's that letter of request from Mr. Edgeworth to be his defense attorney.
Okay, and here we go. Look what I got.
Hey, you did it, pal. Glad I waited till the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you.
Thanks, Detective.
Well,
see you in court tomorrow, then.
Good luck, pal. Hey, you guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried.
Worried? We're fine. I lived out here my whole life. I'm pretty used to them by now.
Oh, I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, right. You did seem to overreact a little now that you mention it.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm going to check on him. You two go eat and rest for tomorrow's trial. Later.
I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes. I wonder. I was never that scared of him when he was in school. Then again, I was only in the same class as him for 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. And I think with that, that'll be the episode, and we'll come back next time in the courtroom. We didn't see the god of prosecution, Manfred von Karma, but we'll get to that next time. It'll be a nice little reveal. I'll have to think what voice I'm going to give him as well. But anyway, that's all the time I've got for today. I want to thank you guys for watching. People on Twitch, all these get archived to YouTube. Miss a stream should be linked down below to the channel to pick up where you left off. People on YouTube, all of these get streamed live from Twitch. You want to talk and interact like I've been doing today. There should be a link in the description of every video that I do. I want to thank you guys both for watching one final time, and bye-bye.